Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are doing a reading about who has their eye on you. We go into the reasons why they might have their eye on you, why they're looking at you, why they're noticing you. Not everyone is romantic, so if you're looking for that, however, some of them, the person who has their eye on you, you may not want to have their attention either. So that's why we talk about the why, and we talk about all of that good stuff. So you can't always get what you want, but if you try, sometimes you get what you need. The wise words of the Rolling Stones there. Pick a card reading. You get to pick the card, the number, the object, which I will be placing here in a moment. You use your intuition to do that. And then there are timestamps down below in the description, and you click on your timestamp corresponding to whatever you pick. I meet you at your reading, and then I use my intuition to read the cards for you. For group number 1, the object that goes with that is this heart. It is Mookaite heart. For group number 2, the object that goes with that is a star. We're going to mix it up, hearts and stars today. This is kind of a fun star. It is, it's Druzy. It's got these Druzy crystals on it. Oh, and the decks are, this is Everyday Witch, and then this is, it's a cat deck. If you can't tell, it's got a paw on it. I forget the name. It'll be in the description. For group number 3, this is an angel deck, and there you go. And the stone that goes with it is Goldstone. And for group number 4, this is the Light Seer's Tarot. This is probably the most modern, we'll say modern deck. And the object that goes with Light Seer's Tarot is a star, and it is a moss agate star. So if you're still not sure which direction, that's okay. I'm going to do a breathing exercise. It's really important to set intentions and to be here in the moment, and we're going to do that. So if you just want to close your eyes, get relaxed, roll your shoulders, let's take a deep breath in and release. We're releasing out any tension. We're setting intentions to get the messages that you need to receive. Take a deep breath in and release. Just relax here in this moment. Continue breathing. And when you are nice and calm and in the moment, at this, present, go ahead and open your eyes. And wherever your eyes are drawn, that is the group for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I do these pick a card readings pretty regularly. If this is the kind of thing that you're interested in, please consider subscribing, and then like or don't like, that's up to you. But I really, truly appreciate you and thank you. Hello, group 1. So we have Mookaite, we have our Everyday Witch, Tarot, the number 1, whatever brought you here, welcome. Let's just put this to the side for a moment and focus on these cards here to figure out who this person is that has their eye on you and why, because I think that's important too in determining things, determining how you proceed. If you should be happy about it, really, but we have celebration, so I think so. This is a person who likes to party, who likes to have fun. It's interesting that we get whale spirit here, trust the great mystery, and frog spirit here, clear out the clutter. I feel like this is a person who has a little bit of contradictory energy going on, as far as whale spirit would be somebody who is like I don't want to say ancient. I don't want to call anybody ancient, but probably old soul. So even though it get kind of like an older vibe here, we get a super young and fresh vibe here with the frog spirit. So I'm seeing like a young person with an old soul, somebody who likes to have fun, somebody who likes to party, somebody who likes to sing and perform. Or perhaps you're the one who sings and performs and they like to come and see you, and that's why they like to watch you. Although if that's true, you know, you have a lot of eyes on you. But they get this really joyful spirit from you, this really fun spirit from you. Celebration is like a gathering of people, a gathering of friends. I think this could be somebody from your friend group who would like to have something more with you. I'm also seeing somebody who is very, like, they have nice skin. So they might be bald or they might have alopecia. So that's just a very targeted message for somebody. I know like a lot of these are very generalized and could be for a lot of people, but that's a very specific message that's coming through to kind of look for. Maybe even clean shaved. That could be too, but they take a lot of pride in their skincare and how they present themselves. And there's somebody who is, like I said, down to party, down to have fun, and they are kind of almost like a chameleon. They like to reinvent themselves, even though, like I said, we get that kind of contradictory vibes here, because it always seems like there's something fresh and new, but then there's always something about them that seems like home. There's always something that seems familiar or ancient, or and they might even like to stay history, but again, I think it's with the purpose of looking towards the future. So let's see if we have some more attributes about this person. What else can you tell us about this person? One more card. Yeah, it's this child nature. So they're a child at heart. They're very young at heart. We also have judge. So balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. That's why I was like, I guess, so that goes along with the history vibes that I was getting here. So they might be studying history. They might be like, maybe it's not something they have a degree in or they're taking classes in, but they're very interested in historical events, might be even political things. And they like to like look at the past to figure out how the future is going to manifest and what they can do to help bring about a better future. I feel like they're very much a visionary. And in that way, they might be somebody who does some volunteer work, works with people that are, you know, that they feel are less fortunate or that can use their help. And then child nature, friendships with animals, communication with nature, spirits. So yeah, then there's this very political, but then very spiritual side to them as well. They probably do have animals, or very, you know, grew up with animals, missing animals. Just one of those animal people. And it might be like non-conventional animals. They might have like snakes or even frogs. That might be why the frog is coming up here. A lot of water energy and a lot of metamorphosis, a lot of changing. So they might be in like this really mindset of change. They want to change, you know, change for themselves, change for the future. Because the frog spirit, even though this says clear out the clutter, it is, and in this deck that it kind of is talking about, and I think that they would be a person that could help you get over an ex, or help you to, I mean, if you're somebody who's like, I would never date anybody again because of my bad relationships of the past, there's somebody who could help you kind of reinvent the wheel there, help you release some of the toxic energy around relationships, just because there's such a fresh spirit. So they can help metamorphosize that, so clear out the clutter, like emotional clutter. But then also frogs go from, like, they change a great deal over their lifespan. They go from like that tadpole, and then to something completely unrecognizable in adulthood, and then I'm mentioning that because we do get this metamorphosis card, this transcendence, this journey. They feel like they're on a spiritual journey. Now, why they're interested in you, like this person, they sound like really, I don't know, to me they sound really fun and interesting, maybe not to you. But I think that they feel like you are very spiritual and could be a part of that too. Blanche, she who brings light, serenity, beacon, like they, like that lighthouse, like they might see you very similar to that. Like they might see you as somebody who shines light in dark situations and dark times. Oh, King of Swords. So somebody who likes to plan and communicate and talk. Like we're getting a lot of communication here with the celebration. Celebration talks about dancing and singing, and I just really see them as somebody who likes to do that. But now that we get the King of Swords, they're very much in control. So they might be the performer, they might be the singer, they might be somebody who, they might be young now, but later on would own like a jazz club, or they would be a professional speaker. The king is very much in control of communication, clear communication. Let's see what else. And a king, I like to see this. Eight of Pentacles, hard worker. I like to see kings over, like, you know, when we're talking about possibly relationship readings, kings trump knights because they build things for the long haul. Like they are in control. Like they're the ones who hang around. We get hanged man. So this person, they seem like they're very steady, which at some point you might feel is boring. They're a hard worker, and if they have not like made their intentions known, I feel like it's because they just have so much on their plate. And it's not because they definitely have the cojones, we'll say, to come up to you and tell them their intention, to tell you their intentions. They may not be at a place in their livelihood, in their work situation where they want to commit to because I kind of feel like this is somebody who they have their eye on you for like a okay, so if this is a romantic reading, they have their eye on you for that because they want to kind of like make their mark or make their fortune before they push anything or make their intentions known. Now, if you are recognizing this person and you make your intentions known, if you are interested in them, I don't think that they would shy away from that. But I feel like they look at you and feel like you deserve something more, like something more than they can provide for you maybe at the moment. Like I said, they have big dreams, they're visionary, they have big ideas. They would like to, though, create that with you. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. Now, this might actually be somebody who wants to hire you. For those of you that this is not a romantic reading, this is somebody who could be a mentor for you. They see great potential. They want to work with you and hire you. So there's a lot of like work and wealth associated with this person and you in that connection, in that way. So you're the one who knows these people, so you tell me who it is. If it is somebody who would like you to work with them, or somebody who would like to create go that step beyond and create a life with you, or somebody that wants to do both. And then we have the Hanged Man, which is why I'm saying that I feel like they're maybe not quite sure. They may have had a plan of like, okay, by this time I am going to, go to college, and then I'm going to have my degree, and then I'm going to do this in, law practice or whatever, and I'm going to be a partner. They feel like somebody who has like this plan. And you have made them maybe question that plan, like they didn't see themselves married until a certain age, but then, or even like being distracted from their work situation until they met you, and it's like, whoa, I'm not quite sure what to do here. Now the Hanged Man talks about like a fork in the road, a branch, a new section, and that might also be why we're talking about this frog spirit, the evolution, the change, the things that are evolving. And it's just taking a moment to rest and think about it, like think about options and think about the future. But definitely, like when I see Blanche here, the she who brings light, I just feel like I'm hearing North Star, finding that direction. Like I feel like they had a direction on their own, but you make them rethink things in a very healthy and positive way. So that is why they have this attraction for you. That's why they're watching you. That's why they have their eye on you. That's why they would like to bring you into their life in some way. But I feel like they're just still like on the fence about it. Not necessarily, they just don't know how to integrate it, because like I said, it feels like they had this grand plan, and it almost feels like they felt like they had a destiny too, and now that you make them kind of rethink things, whether it's because you live in a different area and they would have to move, or just the way that you make them feel that they you know, and it's all positives here. It's I mean, we change, we're supposed to. So they just had this idea of the way things were supposed to be, and now they're like, oh, okay, you're opening up new ideas and new possibilities for them. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 2. So we have our Druzy star and our number 2 and our lovely feline deck that I'm just going to put over here. For the moment, we'll check back in with that. We're going to start with these 3 cards. So we have Underworld 27, and then we've got Starfish Spirit, Open to Infinite Possibilities, and then we've got Koifish Spirit, There is Always Enough. So who has their eye on you? Patrick Star from SpongeBob SquarePants. That's it. in all reality, though, or I'm joking about that. But look at this. We've got star and star. So you have, your intuition is real. I love it when we get some confirmations here on like what you're picking and the cards that are coming up and reflecting it. So above all, trust your intuition as to who you think that it is and whether it is a good fit for you. So just because I am saying something, or I kind of feel like we might have some conflict in how you feel in your intuition and things that are logical, okay? And that's just coming up for some of you, but trust your intuition, trust that gut feeling, especially when we have Underworld here, and especially when we have so much water going on here, because we've got 2, you know, we've got the starfish and the koifish, so we've got 2 things that are in water, and water is about your emotions and your intuition, and you might have to take a moment to clear your mind. Maybe even do a writing exercise where you write things down about how you feel, because there's definitely some mixed emotions going on, and I'm not sure why. We might get a better clue of that as we get into more cards, because the other thing is that these are amazing cards. Starfish Spirit, Open to Infinite Possibilities. This is talking about like, and it might be that like your reality right now and what you feel like is in your future might be, excuse me, 2 different things. But just allow yourself to believe in infinite possibilities. You will be amazed at how quickly things change. And I know that some of this is really more related to just messages that you need to receive now rather than who has their eye on you. But it can also be for your person as well. They might be living in like a basement apartment, working on their novel, waiting for their ship to come in. And with these two, like, I feel like they're a very lucky person. Like, luck is on their side, but it's more about creating their own luck. Kind of saw a meme, and I don't know how true this is, about the streaker at the Super Bowl, where he put down a bet in Vegas that there would be a streaker at the Super Bowl, and then he was the one who was the streaker at the Super Bowl. And I was like, that's somebody who creates their own luck, you know. Bet on yourself. That's always it's always a good bet, and there is always enough. We don't have to live in this idea of lack. There's always enough. There's always enough love. I feel like, and two, I almost feel like the reason this is kind of coming in, I think that there are multiple people who have their eye on you, and I feel like you are kind of in the catbird seat. You're in the seat of you can take this in any direction that you want to. Just trust your intuition of where you want to go. Now, a specific person that might be coming through here, it could be a Pisces. Like I said, we get a lot of water energy. This really looks like Pisces, even though it's a koi fish, and it's not supposed to be related to a sign. But with all the water energy, I feel like it might be a Pisces who is your secret admirer. Let's get some more information. And again, like somebody who, somebody who has their eye on you. Wow. Okay. And let's look at these attributes. So God, they're benevolent and compassionate. Recognize the eternal force within yourself and others. So somebody who you might actually be putting them, like it's somebody that you, I think there's a mutual thing. I think you have your eye on them, and you don't think that they notice you, and you are elevating them in some way for some reason. Maybe it's because you're the one in the basement. Although I feel like they're kind of an introvert, and that might be why there's like this mysteriousness about them that you've created it in your head. I think overall they're a very good person. Again, I think you see like there's like an aura about them where you see like there's destiny of luck here with them. And so you may have put them on a pedestal, but the thing is, I feel like they are very connected to you as well. It's not like there's no need to worship them is what I'm saying. Because that is like becoming disconnected from them, and we're talking about connections here. Shapeshifter, skilled at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. And I love that idea of like seeing new potential, new ideas. I think there's somebody that when you talk to them, you get excited about things. You get excited about the future. You get excited about life. And I think that's one thing that or vice versa, they get excited with you, or it's a very mutual thing. Now, as far as shapeshifter goes, like this is somebody who seems like they're equally at home. Like you could see them, in a tuxedo at a red carpet event, as they are somebody who like with a wrench in their hand working in the garage. I feel like they are actually more down to earth than you are giving them credit for. And because I feel like they're an introverted person, but I feel like they are very capable. Like they're a very capable person, and not only in they just manifest, create. They're very creative, fun to talk to, and wild, untamed, mysterious. I think that mysterious part is what has you and then emerges. This is really interesting. So, and it might be that you have met them in different versions of themselves. Sometimes we shapeshift because of trauma. So we feel like we need to be everything to everyone. And that might be something that's going on with them. Like, you talk to them and they seem like they're into one thing and then they're into another. But I also feel like they're pretty good at experimenting, and they're intelligent. I feel like they're very intelligent. So you can have an intelligent conversation with them about many things. She who is wild, sauvage, untamed, mysterious, wild. I feel like that is something, though, that they don't necessarily uncover for everyone. I think that's something that they, because as you go down layers into this deeper underworld, that you discover more things, and more things unfold with them and about them. And again, then we have the Kamala, she who emerges, enlightenment, mindfulness, rise up. It's interesting that we have like the underworld and then we have the rise up. I think the deeper that you get to know them, the more they have a ton of layers. And I think that they like you, because you're fun too. You're like, there's a good like just flow of energy and emotions and communication between you. And I think I think there's actually a mutual attraction between the two of you. I just would be careful with this mysteriousness, this idea of putting them on a pedestal, and you might have some inklings that they're hiding something from you. It could be from trauma. It could be because they didn't have the best childhood, or they don't have the best support system around them, or it could be that they are actually hiding something from you. Again, it's so important that you are trusting your intuition in this situation. Now, as far as I love this koi fish, and this is always, there's always enough. So they would be somebody who, when they see somebody driving a fancy car, like, they would never say, "Oh, must be nice." You know, that's something that somebody would say out of lack or jealousy. They see somebody with a fancy or beautiful car and they're like, "Good for you, man. You know, you worked for that. You saved for that. You used your money for that. Good for you. I appreciate that you have that, even if I don't, and I'm not concerned that I don't have it." A lot of times we're just so jealous about things, like we're jealous about the person driving the new Corvette, and then when we think about it, like, would we even want that to begin with? So why waste your energy and time on that? Any more information about them? And yeah, still some more mysteriousness here with the Seven of Wands, the Hierophant, kind of going back to this. They might be somebody who you think knows something about things that you don't. Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. Look at all of these Wands cards. So there's a lot of passion here for what they do, and maybe even for you with this Wands energy, like 3 fire cards, and then we've got the Hierophant, which is a major arcana card. So somebody, like, when they walk into a room, they have like this aura about them, or there's definitely some confidence and they stand out. And they might, it may not be necessarily spiritual or religious. Usually the Hierophant relates to something like that. But they have like a particular expertise or intelligence about something that makes them stand out. Like they could be the dungeon master in a D&D game, for instance. Okay, so Seven of Wands, it says here, Seven of Wands represents challenges, courage, maintaining control, and perseverance. When it's in reverse, it represents exhaustion, overwhelm, giving up, and lack of confidence. I just said they have a lot of confidence. So, but you know, there's an ebb and flow to that confidence. So if they are allowing you to see them when they don't have confidence, that's actually them letting you in and to see the many layers that they have. But like I said, I do feel like there's somebody who commands things, who's very confident. You know, it's also funny is people who appear to be very confident, maybe they're a creative person who creates in their work and the artwork or something, they have questioned themselves way more than anybody else has. I think that they are their own worst critic. So again, this creative energy that they have, where they then can represent and stand out. Like I'm almost seeing, you know, if they would be an artist, their art is on display, and at like an art premiere, art gallery, like they command the room and they're so intelligent, but in the process of creating it, they don't necessarily feel that confident. And again, if they are allowing you to see that, that is pulling back the layers, and they're letting you into their trusted zone. The Hierophant, so this is a major arcana card. The Hierophant represents direction, education, legacy, society, spirituality, and tradition. When reversed, it represents blind faith, mistrust, poor leadership, and servitude. I feel like there's enough other cards here that we're looking at the positive here of the Hierophant. We're looking at the again, that stands out. It doesn't mean that they always are as confident. I feel like internally and behind the scenes, they're not. Three of Wands, they have a plan. The Three of Wands represents action, adventure, looking ahead, expansion, and rapid growth. Again, like this rapid growth here, there's always enough and open to infinite ideas. So that paired with the Three of Wands, just fire, just magic. When reversed, it represents delays, frustration, obstacles, and lack of foresight. So again, you know, we all reach that, or we all see that. But I mean, if we're on a scale, over 50% of the time, they're a very confident person who knows what they're going, who has direction. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands represents alignment, change, news, quick decisions, rapid action, and travel. I feel like the relationship with them could change very, very quickly. I don't think that there's somebody who lets everyone in. They're not. They seem very guarded. They seem very introverted. But for you, I think that they would open up very, very quickly, and the relationship can manifest and change very, very quickly. Now, yeah, a lot of Wands cards, so a lot of passion, and I think that there's somebody who they might be sitting on the fence, like you're wondering if they have their eye on you, or you're trying to identify if this is the person. But they would move very, very quickly once they get like a clear sign that like you're a safe person. It's like I said, as confident as they seem, they don't let everybody in, and I feel like they have some boundaries around themselves for that particular reason. Like like celebrities who don't read the comment section. There's a reason that they don't, because you know, you can get dragged down by all the negativity, and they don't want to do that. So even though they're all about positivity and growth, and that's what they see around you, in a relationship with you, and being around you, and that's why they like to be around you. So that's what I have for you, group 2. I love the star, and I love this, like it, you know, in the beginning of things, that's where we get the infinite possibilities, and where could this go, and what could we do with it. But I do love the Three of Wands coming in here, because that takes that possibility into direction. It takes those possibilities into action. That turns somebody who's a procrastinator into somebody who is a doer. And this person really seems like when they know what they want, they go out and get it. And that might be a little intimidating for you, but exciting as well. So that's what I have, group 2. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, love you, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3. So we have our Goldstone heart and our number 3, and let's take a look at who has their eye on you and why. We'll get to this deck here in a second. We're going to start off with these cards And we have birth. Birth is creating something new, planting new seeds, and really putting the intention out there for what you want, because anything is possible. Whether this is that you want a potential boss to have their eye on you, like somebody to hire you, somebody to recruit you, somebody that you want to work with, perhaps, that you want to create like a partnership with them, create new things, down to like a brand new relationship. The thing about birth and the potential is it's almost unwritten, and it really is up to you to tell the universe what you want. But let's get these other cards out and talk about it. Yeah, the miracles are endless. Going back to what I was saying about birth and being open to new possibilities, new ideas. If this is a romantic relationship, I feel like this is somebody who they're just open. They're open and you're open. And I think that there's a beautiful and great discovery that can happen between the two of you. Now, they might be somebody who's a little more introverted. We have a stag spirit take the lead. I'm almost thinking this is more of a message to you, that because with birth is very much about you as well. So it is a message talking about you're the one who needs to lead here. You take the lead, you take the leap of faith, you put that intention out there, what you want. If this is somebody like you think romantic partner, material, you might have to be the one to put that intention out there. I feel like this is somebody who loves to create with you, but you might have to be the one to say that. Okay, so we get Destroyer. So these are attributes of this person who has their eye on you. Releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. So this is almost akin to the Tower card from Tarot. So a lot of change. Like they may not be well, we do need to kind of destroy the old to bring up the new. For some of you, this might be somebody, and I would caution here, if they are in a relationship, destroying and creating new things, that may not be the most positive thing. We might be looking at the shadow attributes here of intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So we have to be very, very careful. This could go very, very wrong, even though there's a lot of potential. So yeah, if they are in a current relationship, you have to just tearing down what they're in and to try to create something new with you is not going to go well. Midas, miser, entrepreneurial or creative ability to turn anything to gold, delight in sharing life's riches. So this might be somebody who you're like, yeah, this is my sugar daddy, my sugar mama. I feel like though that there's something underneath the surface that they may not be telling you. So hoarding money and emotions, observing fear, or losing your wealth would be the shadow attributes there. And you have to be, when we get these two together, we have to be very, very careful of what's going on with this person, because if they're destroying something to be with you, they would be destroying more things than you think. I am getting a lot of Pentacles vibes here, a lot of earth-related vibes with these three cards, though. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like this person is attached and they are having fantasies about you of like how fun it would be if they weren't attached, if they broke their bonds. So again, be very careful with this. And you might need to be the one to take the lead to move away from this person. She who guides, Maptula, new path, guide, renewal. I mean, usually I'm in love with new paths. I'm in love with new possibilities. But at what cost? That's what we need to be thinking about or asking about. And then she who frees, Carly, liberation, unrestrained freedom. I feel like they have their eye on you because you look like somebody who is a free spirit, who lives this free lifestyle, who has a lot of fun and refreshing. But I just feel like we have to be careful here that somebody isn't bringing their old baggage into new relationships. So yeah, I think that this person, and that would be why you would need to take the lead, because they are attached to something else. Ooh, yeah. Okay, we got ego, page of air. It's going to be interesting what information come in. Queen of fire. Okay, so we start off with Emperor. Archangel Michael is Emperor. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. Like, they might seem like they have everything all together, but I think under the surface, I feel like, again, like I said, I feel like they have something that they're hiding from you. The negative side of the Emperor is somebody who can be very, very controlling. And if they're very, and again, I feel like with this Destroyer and this Midas Miser, they might be hiding something from you. And they're very in control, they think they're in control of that. Queen of fire, confident, warm, intelligent, graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. I feel like this is how they see you. Again, kind of like this breath of fresh air, this freedom. And, you know, that's lovely to be looked at like that. It's also like the Queen of Fire is also probably the most attractive card in the deck. I feel like they're very attracted to you in a very physical way. And look, we have no Cups cards here, so I just want to point that out as well. Page of air, logical, honest, impulsive, and curious. I feel like we're focusing on the impulsivity and the curiousness here. I think you open up like this curious nature if you have been kind of flirting with them, or maybe you're just have that outgoing positive energy and they have not seen that in a while, or they haven't felt it in a while. Challenging information, delays or challenge of plans, truth delivered without tact. So I feel like the truth of the situation or this person, you will find it, you will see it, and it may not be pretty. So I'm just warning you for that, especially when we've got ego here. Archangel Jophiel. So a false sense of entrapment. I feel like the entrapment is not necessarily you, and being overly focused on material things, and that's again that miser, this Midas thing, Midas miser thing, and even the Emperor could be very materialistic. Being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. I almost feel like I feel like there's some great things about you, like this breath of fresh air, this positivity, and I feel like you are attractive, but I almost feel like where they are in their life, it could be anybody, like you did any person with your particular kind of vibe. So what I'm saying is this doesn't feel like it is necessarily that you are the one for them. It's more of you you just showed up at the right time, and you seem like you could be freedom when from their attachments. But just to say, like, just because you seem like you would be freedom, it doesn't, you know, it's almost like, you know, jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire kind of vibes. Like, I feel like they're going to bring their issues with them. If it's somebody who goes from like relationship to relationship to relationship, they always have the same issues, and it's kind of them that they need to focus on. It's not you. So yeah, there's this whole like, I just feel like I do feel like they have a very positive aspect or a positive outlook on you, but mostly because they're not in a relationship with you already, is what I'm saying. They're looking for an escape, like the easy way out, and I would be careful of that. The miracles are endless. Like, I love this, and I love these cards, like this beginning here, but everything else, because I feel like that's the way they see you, that's the way they view you, is like a miracle coming into their life. But that is a lot of pressure, and we're just humans, and I would be very, very careful of that group 3, of this person who has their eye on you. So just good luck. Thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing day. Hello, group 4. So if you picked this beautiful agate, moss agate star, you are in the right place. We will get to this deck in just a moment. I'm just going to set that to the side. We're going to start with these cards. So we have graduation, and we have fox spirit, think on your feet, and then we also have dolphin spirit, this and that are true. I almost feel like graduation is for you rather than your person, although your person could be like graduating, you know, this person that has their eye on you, they could be graduating from high school or college or law school or business school. But this almost feels like a transition for you, almost like a step up. You might be asking about this person because you have new standards for yourself. A learning cycle has been completed, and you are graduating. You're moving to the next level. You're leveling up. And maybe, you know, we have a whole idea of opportunities opening up for us. It's really exciting. The attributes for this person, though, they seem like very intelligent. This or that is true. So this graduation, I feel like there's a couple things about this or that are true. Like when we graduate, when we move from one area of our life to the next, sometimes, you know, just think about graduating from high school. It's triumphant in a way because, you know, we're excited and we do celebrate that, and we're going on to our next step in life. But it's sad in another way because usually we've completed something. We need to let it go now. And we may have had like a lot of fun there. So I feel like this and that are true is about the graduation part too, because not everything, you know, sadness and happiness, they coexist together. It actually really reminds me of joy and sadness in, what is that, Inside Out? What was that Disney movie about the little characters, almost like little emoji type characters that were in that little girl's mind? I think it's Inside Out. And joy and happiness, or joy and sadness, go on a journey together, and joy really gets to appreciate sadness. So I almost feel like, you know, your person could have their eye on you because there's a spotlight on you right now. I feel like there's a spotlight on you right now, that you're changing, and whether it is something as public as like an actual graduation from something to another, or that you are just evolving within your life into like, you know, you're leveling up in your life. There's something triumphant happening here, and this person definitely sees it, and they appreciate that, probably because they find that the similarities in your experience and their experience, and what you're going through, they've been through before. I feel like that you're almost like a mirror for them, that they see themselves in you, in a very, you know, in a very kind of positive way. Fox spirit, think on your feet. The dolphin spirit, these are two creatures that are very highly intelligent, and they act in really kind of unexpected ways. So this person may be like an unexpected person that is just really admiring you from afar, and it may not even be a romantic entanglement at the moment. It might just be like somebody who's, again, like sees themselves in you and is just very extremely proud of you, and you have that spotlight on you at the moment. Could actually be a group of people. This specific person though, there's a passion and a fire and an energy, like a very creative energy around them with the fox spirit. This is somebody who thinks outside of the box, who doesn't go the traditional route, who may recognize that you went a different way, and who is proud. They're proud of you for that. Even though if they were somebody who gave you advice, they may have given you advice to go the traditional way, but they're proud of you for what you're doing and what you're accomplishing. The reason this says this and that over the dolphin, dolphins are highly intelligent, but they're also mammals, and they live in the ocean. So they bring some very highly unconventional things together, and they make it work. And I feel like this is a person that's kind of like that. They might feel like they're a little bit of an outcast in society, but not really, because who wants to fit in anyway? It kind of, I'm seeing that meme about the mean girls, and they're like, you can't sit with us, and it's like Morticia Addams or Wednesday Addams, and she's like, I don't want to sit with you. Child orphan, and then we get child wounded. So this might be somebody who has had some traumas in their life or in their childhood. I mean, honestly, who hasn't? And they've really grown and learned from those things. So, and I feel like when we get the child, even though we get orphaned and wounded, somebody that has not lost that childhood spirit, that childhood spark, that wonder. Light attributes here is independence based on learning to go it alone and conquering fear of surviving. So it's somebody who has been through a lot, and if you just met them, you would not even know. Like they have like this very sparkling personality and very uplifting, and you don't even know that they like may have had like very tragic things happen in their past. Like they may have been homeless at one point, but they're a very inspiring person. And then the child wounded awakens compassion and desire to serve others, other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. So they're probably very forgiving and caring. They might even be like a counselor, or, you know, certainly somebody that people go to with issues because they have like a unique perspective. Like they've been through a lot. And if you go to them and you're like, you know, this person was so mean to me, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that they talk bad about people. They don't see black and white. They see more gray areas, and they're like, well, you know, they may have been mean to you, but they're going through some things, you know, and they help you keep things into perspective. So there. What other cards? Where'd my other cards go? Here we go. Okay. About this person that has their eye on you. For a lot of you, I'm getting very mentor vibe here, that, like I said, they see a lot of themselves in you. They want to take you along for the ride and teach you things. she who has risen up, pearl, empower, lift, elevate, and then she who knows, wisdom, clarity, resolution. So yeah, somebody who's very like highly intelligent, has been through a lot. They are very uplifting to other people. They definitely, and this could be, like I said, a lot of you, this is not a romantic thing at all. It is like a teacher, a guidance counselor, somebody who sees you in your darkest hour, and they see something special in you. They, this is really interesting, she who rises up, like she's got a tattoo here on her shoulder. So she has taken the darkness and she has integrated it and made it something beautiful. And this is how this person is. And this is what this person wants to teach you. They want to show you new things in that way. So not necessarily, like I said, not necessarily romantic. In fact, I'm getting a lot of things that are more along the lines of like a guru, somebody that wants to teach you things, show you things, help you grow spiritually, help you get out of any victim mentality, help you take any negatives that have happened and really grow from that. We have the Temperance, we have Hanged Man. These two are major arcana cards. This is, it is really interesting that we get Hanged Man right before we get Eight of Wands, and then we've got Eight of Swords. So there is things are going to change and flip for you very, very quickly. This is somebody who I think that you're really lucky to have them in your life. You're really lucky to have them kind of gently guiding you, maybe even behind the scenes. Like you may not even know all of the things that they do for you. It might be that they, you know, this is somebody that you work with and they just go and they tell, you know, your direct supervisor how great you are. This might be somebody, like I said, like almost very guidance counselor type vibes. So they may be putting in calls or letters of recommendation for you to help you break out of any negative cycles or any negative thinking that you might have. Might be somebody that, you know, just really, even if they are like a counselor that you go to talk to, maybe even your therapist here, they see it. They might see it before you do. And what I mean by see it is they see your potential. They really see you, and they're really proud of you, and they're proud of the things that you're doing, and they help you to put things into perspective, and they help you to, again, I'm seeing a lot of integrating positive and negatives here. It's really interesting that we have these two eights together, and we have this Temperance, where we've got kind of like the sun and the moon coming together, our dark side and our it's a balance between dark and light, and they help you with that perspective and help you see it. I see very much, like I said, I don't really see this as a romantic thing at all. It's more of an individual journey for you, and they are just like the right person at the right time to come in and tell you and guide you in the right way and help you discern things. And it, like I said, it was interesting seeing the Hangman next to the Eight of Wands. Reason being is the Hangman is you're taking a moment out, you're getting new perspective, you're kind of looking at your life, you're looking at your journey, the way that things are going, way that things are moving. And I love that we've got this burst of kind of like, ha. We have it repeated here with graduation, like, ha. Even here in the Wounded Child, this burst of light, this burst of inspiration, an epiphany, if you will. And then we kind of see it bigger here in the Eight of Wands. And again, for the third time, I guess I will finally tell you why it's interesting, the Hanged Man before the Eight of Wands. Because Hanged Man is taking a moment, taking a break, and Eight of Wands is like, poof, fast moving energy, everything changes. It's like all of your problems just overnight, not necessarily disappear, but man, you see the light at the end of the tunnel and things change like that quickly. Now, the Eight of Swords. This is where we have kind of those intrusive thoughts, that negative thinking, those things that, you know, I mean, look at her looking at herself in the mirror. She's seeing all the negatives. And I feel like this, again, this person is the right person at the right time to come in and just clear out that clutter, give you the perspective, because you're doing the hard work yourself. But they are helping you to see how intelligent you are, and because they're very intelligent too. So when you see them, you're like, well, this is a very smart person. So if they think this about me, then maybe that's true. And then you start believing in yourself and you're believing in your own power. Love it, lovely. So maybe this wasn't exactly what you wanted to hear about who has their eye on you, but telling you, you can't always get what you want. But if you try, sometimes you get exactly what you need. And this person is, I mean, it's definitely a better reading than some of the other ones where it was kind of romantic, but it was not the right person that needs to be in your life. This is the right person that needs to be in your life. So trust yourself, trust your inner guidance. This too shall pass. And hope that you have an amazing day. So that's what I have for you, Group 4. And I will see you in the next reading.